Hi Pisces, and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a reading for October 2021. I'm excited you're here with me. I will talk about general energies in the beginning of the reading. I will talk about love and relationship energies in the second part of the reading. And I will pull some charms by the very end, so stay with me. This is going to be a full about 20 minutes reading, so I'm excited you're here with me. Also check out the description box for all the information you need concerning the card decks I'm using, my PayPal, my Amazon wishlist, and my private readings, and anything else that you might need. Okay, so let's look at your cards and the general energies. I love this reading for you because you have the sun in the middle of the reading, so obviously that's a great thing. And it came out like very smooth in the German reading, so I do this in German on my German channel earlier, and that's why the cards are out. There was no blockage or anything. We start the month with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, which for me is really a card where I think it has to do with the Mercury retrograde beginning of the month, and maybe with the new moon in Libra also, that you want to start a new emotional cycle here, and that something is changing about the way how you bring out your emotions, how you communicate your emotions, how you show yourself as well, with all these astro dice coming out. I will talk about them later. And the Sun card, because the Sun card is really a card about showing ourselves fully, stepping into the spotlight, being authentic, really feeling the joy, inviting the joy, having a good time, having a good life. It's really about just enjoying life, having a good life, be in a position where you can really feel authentic and yourself can shine. So I think something is changing in the first part of the month, where there is an emotional reset, and where there's a switch turning, especially around the new moon in Libra. I would pay attention to that, because we can really set new intentions when it comes to our emotional realm with the new moon, and especially in Libra when it comes to relationships. Knight of Swords here in the upright is a card by the end of the month where you are very much in your mental clarity, in your intellectual power. You are able to make very clear-cut decisions. You see things for what they are. You're very mentally stable and grounded. You might be in a place of thinking very strategic towards the future, but also being in control of your thoughts, very much so. That might have not felt like that throughout the whole month. With the Queen of Air in reverse, you have both of those here. I think you're dealing with a lot of people right now. Underneath we have the Magician. Oh, nice. So that has to do with the Mercury retrograde. The Magician is also a card of Mercury. You can see the little Mercury sign here. And I was picking up on that in the German reading. I think this Queen of Swords in reverse energy really does have to do with the Mercury retrograde that is going on until the 19th, and we have a lot of planets also moving direct in air signs, big planets. It's a big month actually. So the swords are air energy, and Saturn and Jupiter are moving direct in Aquarius, so there is a switch of energy when it comes to manifesting with Saturn and growth with Jupiter, and restrictions might not feel as intense anymore, and information might feel clearer. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, we sometimes have the feeling that we don't have all the information, or we are acting on incomplete information, so try not to do that. Also be careful with your words. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, she can be a little mean, not necessarily mean-spirited, but she can just formulate things in a way that are not the nicest. By the end of the month, as I said, the Knight of Swords is here, and in this deck that's the King of Swords, so you will definitely gain control over that. With the Magician, you will feel very enabled to go after what you want and to start maybe even something new. I think with work and job, there is really a big chance for you to shine, to maybe get more attention, to show yourself fully, to really do a good job and enjoy doing your job. Maybe you're working with social media, internet stuff with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. And I think there is a change in how you imagine a situation, or maybe visualize a situation, dream up a situation with the Neptune dice here, and how you show yourself, and that there is a change in that, and how you communicate. So there is a shift in that, because with the third house, the Leo again, Leo and Sun correspond with each other, because the Sun is the ruler of Leo. So it's a lot about, there can be really, you can come into the spotlight this month with your work, and with your how you perceive yourself and how you show yourself, and people will maybe perceive yourself clearer and see more of your true self, because you actually, with the Knight of Swords energy, will be able to communicate very clearly to the outside world. And as I said, communication is very strong here with the with the third house, I'm sorry, as well. So in a relationship and love situation, and this could be any relationship, you know, it could be business, it could be family, but of course most people have a love interest. We have a Two of Pentacles on your side, we have a Six of Cups on the other person's side, and we have a Seven of Swords. This is what I got. The first thing, like intuitively, what I get from this is that there is people surrounding you, or a certain person that sees the change in you, and therefore is coming back and being interested. It's Mercury retrograde, so people will be coming back. There's a Six of Cups here, so that could be somebody who feels very comfortable around you, pleasurable, safe, and this new you, there is really this sense of a new you that you've manifested, and you're right in the middle of it, and that makes you very flexible, and you bring a lot of lightness here with the Two of Pentacles. He's dancing a dance of longevity. This card gets misinterpreted so much. I'm not hating on anybody, but when you really look at it, I mean, he's having a good time, you know, he's juggling those things, he's trying to stay playful and think the long run, and therefore trying to stay flexible. So that's how I do read this card. And emotions are behind him. Emotions might be strong at times, but he is really trying to balance it out and trying to stay light-footed, and I really like that. And I think in this connection, that's what you're doing, staying light-footed. This person, I think really this person feels safe with you more than the other way around, and they might want to come back in, or they're trying to reconnect with you. There might be different people around you trying to reconnect, because they can see how you shine these days. Seven of Swords, this is somewhat uncomfortable energy, because if you have a specific person in mind, I mean, the Seven of Swords is if you really want to manifest something for the long run, and I think you're thinking about it, because the Two of Pentacles is like, okay, are we going to do this for the long run? I'm going to stay light-footed, flexible, but I'm actually thinking about manifesting something here, building something. Although with the Two of Wands in reverse, there is an energy of not really knowing how to move forward, or not really having a plan that is very that is coming to your mind. So I think it's really a little bit of a energy of having a plan, how to move forward, having a vision. And yeah, I mean, you might also just have a lot of stuff to do, and this is coming back in, and you're like, what am I gonna do with this? The Seven of Swords, be careful that you're not too nice. This can be actually a card of being too nice, in a sense of, oh yeah, no problem, let's meet up, and actually you don't kind of feel like it, or oh yeah, no problem, I'll do that for you, and actually you're like, oh, I really don't want to do that for that person. So that can be the Seven of Swords energy as well, because it's a deceptive energy, and we can also be deceptive in a positive sense, you know, when we just give too much to people and actually we don't want to do it, and that kind of gives off a vibe of also being dishonest. And it's, I mean, Pisces is all about vibes, so there is a mirroring energy from you that you are picking up on some dishonest stuff or deceptive stuff, where you feel like this person is not giving me all the information, so I'm not going to give them all the information, or I feel like I cannot fully trust this person, so I'm not going to show my whole arsenal of swords. I'm not gonna, or I might not look at all the details here in this, which is a very Mercury retrograde kind of energy too, and especially because Mercury is in Libra. So yeah, we have some sort of complicated position here with the Seven of Swords, because it is a very short-term stand on a situation, and how do I just solve the situation in the now, in a fast way, in a maybe a little trickerish way. It's funny because on one hand you're thinking about the long run, and on the other hand you're acting, I think, and mirroring in the very short run, like just for now, how can I just solve the situation for now and not think too much about it. Interesting. Well, that's what's coming up here. That's something where maybe you need that strategy right now to act in the short term and not give away all your information and communication yet, because you're still trying to figure out what this actually could be. That's fine, you know, that's what the cards are also suggesting, but this other person is kind of doing the same thing, so don't expect too much progress here in a situation, I would say. I think it's a month to focus on yourself anyway, because with the Sun and the Knight of Swords, there is a lot of really smart, great, fun, joyful energy for you, and clarity that is coming forward. And by the end of the month, communication might get clearer again here with the third house and the Knight of Swords. Again, we have the Leo, Astro dice, and the Neptune, so I think it really is about what do you dream up for yourself, and how do you actually step into that self. And I think this month you're gonna take a big step into a higher, more fulfilled, more happy, more joyful, more playful self, and you're showing that, and I think that gets to be seen by people. So with Tizian, we have this art oracle card that's famous artists, contemporary as well as historical artists. So it says go viral, not bacterial. I like that. That could be very well like social media stuff going on for you work-wise. So that's a good time, especially after the Mercury retrograde. Maybe after the 19th, you might see how things pick up and grow again. Then, and especially, wow, yes, we have the Saturn and the Jupiter going direct in Aquarius, and Aquarius is also technology in a sense, social media, of course. So yeah, your personality can be as colorful as your canvas. I love that, especially with the Sun card and the Leo, to really show yourself fully, show your personality. And a flattered client is a repeat client. You know, take that for what it is. I don't even want to overinterpret it. Maybe that's something that you can really use in your work life, and yeah, get inspired by it. I really like this card too. All right, so let's look at some charms. Okay, Yes, showing yourself fully, authentically, that's my cardinal stone here. You might be working yourself through some codependency issues with a certain person, or a cycle in the past where you feel like maybe this person is more reliant on you than you on the person. You have a very clear understanding. It's really important to communicate in a respectful, clear manner with the person. There is a big chance for transformation here by the end of the month for you, and really a spark that is coming through the month when it comes to your own personal development, especially through communication. And that can definitely transform this connection as well, if there is a specific connection, but in general the connections that you have with the outside world. I think this other person, if there is a specific person, is really not yet that enlightened, in a sense that they have like a third eye kind of moment where they really see things for what they are, and their consciousness is expanding, but it's coming, because the amethyst is here, but it's not on the card. So I think it's really coming to them, maybe during this phase of October. There is love. This person is coming from a heart space with the green attachment pin, and the copper is about love. So this is very this is I want to say serene, sincere. That's what I was looking for, a sincere offer here. This person is not insincere. They're just not, with the Seven of Swords, I mean, of course we have to be careful. They might just not fully come forward just yet. You have a hug me charm in the reverse, so I think you're trying not to be needy in this, and not to ask for too much. That's what's coming through. But at the same time, there is a lot of communication, I think, from your side, actually. Very clear by the end of the month here with the Knight of Swords. Okay, dear Pisces, that is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me, and please subscribe, like, comment. It's very important for me, obviously, to make this channel grow, and I am excited that you're coming back next month maybe, or for my live readings that I do every once in a while also here on my English channel. So I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye.